Even Mayu was upset.
Besides,
And the worst part is that they have every right to be mad at me. I know I'm not the easiest person to be around. And you've all been so patient with me. Just knowing that you guys are upset. That it was me who hurt my friends.
yeah. He chokes up. Friends fight all the time. Hey, stop thinking like that. Carrie wipes roughly at her eyes. Being friends mean that we forgive each other. Believe me, they've already forgiven you. Carrie looks up at me.
You think so?
I know so. Carrie wipes her eyes, wipes away her remaining tears, and takes a deep breath.
It wasn't just the match.
What do you mean?
It's just been a really stressful week. And I guess it finally got to me.
Oh, it's probably like the weird kid house thing going on. She plays with the sleeve on her blazer.
I've been putting in a lot of hours at the daycare, and midterms are coming up. I need to maintain my marks to keep my scholarships, and it's also overwhelming. And to add to all of that, we had to go against May.
Speaking of which, what's the history between you and May? She's quiet, and I wonder if she'll answer.
She and I were best friends until she betrayed me.
What did she do? May, Kyrie sighs.
It was back in middle school. I told her a secret crush I had, and she went and blurted it out to him.
Really? Really? You mean, Ryota? She glances sharply at me.
I forgot you knew. Yeah, Ryota.
Ryota.
Long story short, that ruined my friendship with both him and May.
Are you sure about that? May still treats you like your best friends?
I know. That annoys me even more. It's as if she doesn't believe she did anything wrong. She doesn't believe it's her fault that I lost both of my best friends.
Ryota was her best friend. For some reason, that leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't know you were that close to Ryota. It was a long time ago. It shouldn't matter now. Harry looks questioning at me.
Well, yeah. The three of us were inseparable. That's why I can't forgive May.
I don't think that's why she acts like nothing happened. I think she's trying to reach out and make amends. I think the reason she pretends nothing happened is because she misses you.
Really?
She speaks softly. Although she tries to play it cool, I can tell she's thinking about my words. Yeah. She falls silent. I enjoy the silence with her. A soft breeze rustles the leaves in the trees and feels cool on my skin. I listen to the hum of nature and let the tranquility wash me over. Kaori stirs beside me. I think I see a blush on her cheeks.
Thanks.
Where's my reward? Dang! I want to say that so hard. Oh my gosh, man. I worked so hard. I read so many hours for this, man. Come on. She don't care. For what? For furry size.
You're really dense sometimes.
That's not what I would say. Anytime. What are friends for? Harry smiles.
You better not tell anyone about this.
Our secret. Her blush deepens.
Anyways, it's starting to get late. I'm going to head home.
Why not? Want me to walk back with you?
No, it's okay. You've already done a lot for me.
Dang. Are you sure? She nods. Alright. She stands up and picks up her bag.
Thanks again. I'll see you tomorrow.
Dang, I'll get a kiss, a hug, a thing that says that we're not in the friend zone anymore. Come on, man. I smile. See you then. As he disappears around the corner, I head back to my bike. I replay Katori and my conversation in the quad as I drive myself home. My thoughts always slip back to the one moment when her arms wrapped around my back. The house was quiet when I arrived. I'm a little relieved as I'm exhausted and head straight to bed and fall asleep fast. Bzz, bzz, the phone goes off. I turn off my alarm and stretch and let out a groan. Yesterday was a really intense day. I'm certain. Actually, guys, I'm certain. I'm certainly feeling it now. At least trying. With a regretful sigh, I roll out of bed and prepare for my classes. Yunna, I forgot her name. Is today. I'm about to text her when I hesitate. I don't want to seem overbearing. Harry needs space to process everything that happened yesterday. I'm confident she'll find me when she's ready. I grab a quick breakfast and drive to school. Yunna's waiting for me in class, smiling broadly when I sit next to her. Hey, Yunna.
Hey! Sorry we haven't had a chance to catch up. How did your meeting go with Yuri?
It wasn't bad as I anticipated, even though he asked a lot of questions.
About Eagle?
No, he was interested in my team at TINY. You mentioned genuine surprise.
Oh, I was under the impression he was curious about Eagle.
No, he didn't give a rat's ass about that. It's okay, I don't mind. Clearly he did his homework about how teams are run in the States. He didn't seem surprised about anything I shared. Yunna nods.
There's a reason why he's the youngest account manager to manage a team at Dashu.
Ooh, my freaking butt cheeks hurt. Have you talked with him yet?
Yes. He said that you show a lot of promise, and he's confident that if the rest of your teammates are as determined as you are, then you'll definitely be a force to be reckoned with.
No, it's usually me just soloing. That's it. About furrows and concerns.
Yeah. Should he have said anything else?
I guess he was serious when he said I should talk to her about her brother. Actually, wait, now not seeing the right time to bring up this conversation. Let me save this for later. Let's save over this one. No. Bombarding her right now before class begins doesn't seem like very smart timing. The professor will get in here and start class before we really have a chance to talk, and Yunna will probably spend all class periods stressing out about this. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. No. Just checking. Nope.
Oh.
I don't give a rat's ass, actually. We'll talk to this later. Both while silent. We'll do this during Yunna's route. If we ever do Yunna's route, you guys have to decide. Professor enters the room and gets settled.
Good morning, everyone. Please open your textbooks to page 81. Your assignments are on the web link. Have a great day.
Thanks, Teach. See you later. Yunna and I pack up our things and walk out of class together. You have another class to go to?
No, but I have to meet my physiotherapy professor. I'm a TA for his class.
Cool. I didn't know you were a TA.
Yep, I don't usually help out in his Friday classes, but he's holding exams today, so I need to be there. Do you have any other classes?
No, but I'm kind of hungry. I'll go grab lunch in the pilot's lounge. Your face lights up.
Oh, you're lucky. They're supposed to have really good food.
They do. And they have options from other countries. I had a cheeseburger once from there. From there. Her eyes grow wide.
I love cheeseburgers.
Okay, now she sounds kind of cute now. Before she was annoying. She's still kind of annoying. Doesn't the dining hall serve them too? Wrinkles her nose.
I don't think what they serve in the dining hall can even be considered food.
Where do you eat lunch?
A hot dog cart.
That's not good. Yeah, I forget. We had hot dog cart. I don't know anyone who actually ate there. I didn't know anyone actually ate there.
You should try it. They're so good.
They're so not good for you. You really like American food, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. Just yes? Yunna checks the time.
Oops, I'm going to be late. I'll see you later.
See you later, annoying voice. Bye. I wave as she dashes off. Alone. Alone, I make my way to the Pines Lounge. I check out the menu on display in the lounge. There's usually the Japanese fare that I can find in the dining hall too. Today's special is, what the hell is that? Napolitan spaghetti, popularly known as ketchup spaghetti. That's nasty. Imagine someone squeezing ketchup on spaghetti, even though the sauce that they use in spaghetti is like the exact same thing, which is freaking tomatoes. The bartender approaches me. He waits expectantly. Ordered Napolitan spaghetti. When in Rome. Well, I guess in this case, when in Japan. One Napolitan spaghetti, please. Bartender nods. Brings me my order. I take it to an empty table. As soon as I sit down, someone slides into the seat across from me. I'm ready to apologize, to ask if this table was taken when I already taken a good look at the girl smiling at me. I'm gonna guess it's Valerie. Oh, it's May.
Is this seat taken?
No, you can see her.
Thanks.
A little uncomfortable after what happened yesterday. I think she feels it too.
So, how's Kaori?
He'll be okay. May nods.
I thought so. I haven't seen her that upset since...
He hesitates. Since Ryota? He blinks, but seems relieved.
Oh, Kaori told you about Ryota?
No. Something like
Did
that.
she say it was all my fault?
It was certainly implied. May sighs.
I wish I'd never said anything.
I blinked. May doesn't strike me as someone who has many regrets. She's always cheerful and seems to take whatever life throws at her in stride. I believe you meant it well.
Thanks. If only Kaori could see that. I wasn't trying to ruin her friendship with Ryota.
Yeah.
Or my friendship with her.
Okay.
They would have been so cute together. You know, if Ryota hadn't been such a jerk. And how awesome would it have been if my two friends ended up together?
Well, no, he'll just be what do they call it? What do they call it? You'll be a ride along. I don't know if that's the right word. It sounds like you were excited for her.
I was. Even back then, Kaori was more reserved around people. She didn't like to show her feelings. So I was so excited when she told me she liked Ryota.
If he was such a jerk, why were you friends with him?
He wasn't always like that. Honestly, I don't know why he exploded the way he did. We used to do everything together. His family even took us on their vacations. I knew him back in elementary school when he still had huge glasses and would tell goofy jokes that were too smart to be funny. Kids used to pick on him a lot. So we entered middle school and he worked hard to change his image. He lost the glasses and became more serious. The more I think about it, the more I think he stuck with us out of obligation rather than true feeling. We were his only friends for a long time, until he hit his growth spurt. Then all the girls were suddenly interested.
Yeah, I do like tall fellas. May looks thoughtful.
Actually, I think it was when the other girls started to notice him that Kaori liked him too.
Oh, He follows the trains. You still keep in touch with him?
Of course not.
He hits the table for emphasis.
I told him all that stuff in confidence, thinking maybe it would give him a push to make a move. Well, he made a move, all right. He went out of his way to hurt Kaori. What kind of friend is that? That's not a person I want to associate with. It's just
frustrating that Calorie would lump me into the same category as him.
Sounds like her. I can see that. He raises an eyebrow.
Don't tell me you agree with her.
No, you don't sound anything like Ryota. I mean, I can definitely see Kairi jumping to conclusions.
She's just so stubborn, too. She wouldn't even listen to me when I tried to explain.
Then why do you keep trying? May looks at me if I sprouted as if I sprouted a third arm.
She's my friend. I left her alone for a while so she could cool off. And I admit, I was angry at her for a long time, too. But then I saw her withdraw completely. No one should be alone. I know she hasn't forgiven me yet, but she will.
How can you be so sure?
It might take her a little longer, but in the end, Kaori always sees reason.
May is completely confident that Kairi will forgive her. That must be how she still acts so. Wait, I must be. Wait, he was saying that must be how she can still act so familiar with her, even though Kaori doesn't reciprocate those feelings. I have to admit, I kind of admire May for that. I guess May's that
Anyway, since I really
route.
didn't get the chance to say it yesterday, congrats on your win.
Sorry for beating you, I guess. I blink. Oh, thanks.
But don't get used to it. Ana Bugeisha has a lot of practicing to
Ooh,
do.
my toes.
It won't be that easy the next time we battle.
That name won't be easy the next time to say. Next time when I say it. I guess that was easy. Your team put up a good fight. May grins.
I know.
In the corner of my eye, I spot Kairi and Shu entering the pilot's lounge. Shu is still alive. In one piece, they must have worked something out together with each other. That's relief. Kairi searches the room and briefly makes eye contact with me before glancing away. Then to my surprise, she walks over to us. Shu follows. May's just as surprised when Kairi and Shu sits with us.
What's going on, Brosif?
Not much. Where's Mayu?
Class.
Look over at Kaori. Hey, Kaori.
Hi.
No kiss? Okay, she looks away. She looks sideways at Mai.
Hi, May.
May doesn't look at that face. Look at the face. Look at the face. Then squeals into the lights and threw her arms around Kaori.
Hi!
Hi.
May! Stop it!
Friends again. Kaori pulls away in a huff while May laughs. The four of us continue to chat together. The tensions felt from yesterday are completely gone, as if the day never happened. May even got Kaori to laugh. Show me a picture. Damn. Eventually, we all go our separate ways as everyone heads to their class or obligations. I still have some free time. Shit, man. To go and take. No, I don't want to talk to Yunna. I don't want to do shit. I was browsing a list of clubs and classes earlier, and Ace offers a cooking club. I remember Nikki mocking me, saying I should join. And she start hers. Maybe that isn't such a bad idea. The look on her face would be priceless if I offered to cook and it was edible. I'll go check it out. I want the freaking game to end. The cooking class held in the culinary building. In the classroom filled with multiple cooking stations already set up with ingredients. It kind of reminds me of chemistry lab, but with stoves and ovens. In the corner of the room, I spot Yunna, who claims the station beside her. Hey, Yunna. She blinks in surprise.
Oh, hey! Are you part of the cooking club?
Hopefully, I'm part of the cooking club. I need to move my freaking eardrum for a second. Give me a second, children. Okay. No, just dropping in today.
Me too. What brings you here?
I'd like to make a meal for Nikki.
That's really nice of you. I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
I hope so. She's a whiz in the kitchen. What about you? What brings you here?
Since I quit the SBA, I've got a lot of extra time, so I've been trying out some of the other clubs Ace offers.
When did you quit it?
Right around when I got Dachi as your sponsor.
Her voice holds an edge of finality. It's clear she doesn't want to talk about this any further. Anything catch your
A
interest?
couple, but I'm still weighing my options. Besides, it's fun trying new things.
The student instructor arrives. Everyone breaks away from their conversation and stands at their stations.
Welcome, everyone!
He goes into a short message explaining who he is and the rules and structures of the club.
Now that that's out of the way, today we will be learning how to make kasutera. If you haven't already done so, please put on your aprons.
I slip off my blazer and tie the apron around my waist.
First, we will preheat the oven to 160 degrees. And don't forget to line your pan with parchment paper.
Isn't that a little low? Oh right, it's in Celsius.
For our dry ingredients, we will have 1 cup and 2.5 tablespoons of bread flour and 1 cup of sugar. The wet ingredients will have 6 eggs and 5 tablespoons of honey diluted with 2.5 tablespoons of water.
At least there aren't that many ingredients as instructed. I measure out the ingredients. Wait, did I forget to preheat the oven? What temperature should it be? Oh shit, I don't know. What the hell? Fuck. What he said?
First, we will preheat the oven to 160 degrees.
Okay, 160. See, you gotta cheat, guys. Cheat. Instructor continues to provide instruction. I follow the best as I can. Oh, we got some CGI to take pictures of people. Overseeing the eggs, my gaze wandered over to Yunna. She carefully pours the flour into her measuring cup and levels it off before dumping it in the bowl. Her tongue sticks out slightly as she concentrates. And to hold back a chuckle, she glances at me. There's a huge smudge of flour on her cheek, and I can't hold back my smile. Yo, all these pictures, man. She matches my grin before turning back to her ingredients. I refocus on my own station and add sugar. The only thing left is add honey. Add the honey. How much water do I use? Oh shit, isn't it like 6? I don't know. 2.5. 2.5 tablespoons.
Once you add the last of your flour, mix the ingredients until combined. Be careful not to overmix. Pour the batter into your pan and let it bake for 35 minutes.
As instructed, I add the last of my... I hope it was tablespoon. Oh, no, wait, no, teaspoon wouldn't seem like a lot. I add the last of my flour to the mixture and continue to mix it. What counts? What counts is over mixing anyways. How do I know if I just mix the right amount or too much? Using my wooden spoon, I poke around to see if there's any flour chunks still left. Nope. Guess that means my batter is ready to go in the oven. Set the timer for 35 minutes. I remember, that's the only thing I remember, 35 minutes. Now, let's wait and see. Let's hope I did it right. Once my timer dings, I carefully remove the cake. The cake is baked. I guess we burned the hell out of that cake, guys, because it's burnt on one side. I pry it out the pan and put it on my plate. Some edges got stuck to the parchment paper when I removed it, so there are patches of yellow exposed under the dark brown layer. Yunna carefully sets her cake on the plate. It's a perfect loaf with a golden brown top and a light yellow sides. She glances over at my cake and hides her smile with a cough. The instructor begins his taste test in my row at the back of the classroom. He reaches me before Yunna.
It didn't quite come out the way you expected, did it? But let's see how it tastes.
Like shit. He puts a forkful of cake in his mouth. His eyes light up in a smile.
This is absolutely delightful!
Really?
Let me try.
Watch it fucking kill her. Yunna stands right beside me, staring curious at my cake. Got a small piece.
Oh wow, this is so good.
I beam. Nikki's really gonna be surprised. The instructor stops at Yunna's station next.
This is a beautiful cake. I can't wait to see how it tastes.
Yunna's face lightens up in anticipation. Let me guess, tastes like shit. He pauses, training to keep his face calm, then gulps heavily.
How is it?
Her voice trembles with hope. The instructor's voice is hoarse as he chokes out his next words.
Practice makes perfect.
What?
Let me try. I take a bite.
How is it?
It's like if the sugar and plaster had a baby and let it sit out in the sun until every drop of moisture was baked out of it. I don't put this nicely. Practice makes perfect.
Again? Can it really be so bad?
Practice makes perfect. Yunna grabs her fork and stuffs a piece in her mouth. She grimaces and sighs.
Practice does
Deeply.
make perfect.
Practice does make perfect. Nestor moves on to another station where Yunna pouts at her rejected cake. Well, aside from the result of your baking, what did you think of this class?
It was fun, but surprisingly challenging.
Apparently, I can make the world's most tastiest, shitty looking cakes. You can make the world's prettiest but shitty tasting cakes. She glances at her cake again, then mutters under her breath.
Where did I go wrong?
You're going to stick with this as your new correct extracurricular activity?
I don't know. I want to keep checking out other clubs.
Makes sense.
It looks like other students are trying each other's cakes. You want to try some?
Sure. I was about to say no. You know, I walk around the room trying some of the other cakes with varying results. Once we tasted them all, we head out. My phone rings unexpectedly. It's Valerie. Sorry, Valerie. I already choose someone.
I've got a surprise for you. Come to the hangar.
What is it? She hung up. Of course she hung up. I better go see what's up. I'm definitely checking out Valerie's thing next because she's too funny. After I sweat myself into the hangar, I make a beeline to the Eagle. Valerie is perched up in front of my terminal and jumps up once she sees me. She moves from the terminal and gestures for me to sit.
Voila!
I stare at the scrolling code on the screen. She stops acting like I can read this stuff. What is it?
It's a manual documentation. Needs to be cleaned up before it can be fully understood, though.
You call me over just to show me something that's not complete. Valerie pouts.
If you were even a little bit technical, you'd be able to understand this achievement. Besides, my script is parsing it as we speak. It'll be done in a few minutes.
We wait patiently for her program to finish running. I watch as she keeps an eye on her script. She's confident in her program, yet keeps glancing at it, exposing the eagerness beneath her calm demeanor. I can't help but wonder, how'd you get into engineering?
Girls can't be engineers.
That's not what I said. Riley laughed.
It's like a puzzle.
What?
Taking things apart and putting it back together. Finding new ways to piece everything together to make it a better product. The possibilities are endless, even if we can't see all the solutions just yet.
And just... and you just discovered that by accident? He shrugs and becomes strangely aloof.
Things broke around the house a lot. If I didn't fix it, then it would be broken forever.
Why not just buy a new one?
It always worked fine once fixed. Why spend that extra money?
True. Why did you always have to fix it? Why not your parents? He frowns in disdain.
My mom couldn't be bothered with things like that. If the computer broke, she'd pretend the problem didn't exist until she needed to use it. Then she'd go and buy a new one because she needed to use it immediately. Money was always tight, and that's why I started trying to fix things. The first thing I ever properly fixed was my bike. I was 15, and my neighbor at the time was a young woman at university. She helped me fix it, and when she learned I was interested in this stuff, she gave me a bunch of how-to books for my birthday.
Cool. I guess I was lucky that my dad was pretty handy. He taught me how to take care of my things. Valerie grins playfully.
Could have fooled me. Eagle's always a little worse for wear by the time he gets to me. Isn't that right, Eagle?
He coos affectionately at my gear. It's not a puppy. A sharp beep interrupts our conversation. Valerie whips back towards the screen.
It's done.
Valerie and I both lean to get a closer look at the screen. I turn my head to ask her a question when her hair brushes my cheek. It's soft and smells like flowers. I hadn't realized how close we were to each other until now. Valerie's too focused on the screen to notice. Her slender fingers dance across the keyboard.
Oh, this makes a lot of sense.
What makes a lot of sense?
Why your core only activated that one time? The function of the core was set to debug mode with a single run instance.
English, please?
The overdrive mode was meant to be used for testing purposes, so it was set to only activate once.
What does that mean?
It means if we can figure out how to change this setting and find out the parameters of activation, you could use the overdrive mode on demand.
Dope. My eyes widen as I consider the possibilities. Are you serious?
Yeah! In theory, anyway.
She squints at the code.
That's not even the best part. Here are blueprints with algorithms and formulas.
What does it say? Ellie puts a finger to her lip.
It seems to be incomplete, but we might be able to use this and a bit of reverse engineering to fill in the gaps. If we can figure this out, we can understand the details of the core.
If only women came with manuals too. But completing this code will help us learn everything we need to know about using my core.
Yes, of course.
I wish understanding women were that easy. He laughs.
It is, once you unlock her code.
Ooh. That's pretty much impossible. Did Dad include this function for my core? Why didn't he tell me? I have so many questions and too few answers. Let's give this a secret.
A secret?
Yeah, there's no point getting the teams hoped up if we don't even know if this will work. Plus, I don't need anyone snooping around my gear. I look pointedly at Valerie. She smiles innocently.
What? That's what brought us together. Are you saying you wished you'd never met me?
Of course not. But one Valerie is more than enough. She smirks.
Don't I feel special?
Valerie gets to work, and I watch her for a while. She's working so fast for me to comprehend what she's doing, and I don't want to interrupt her groove to explain it to me. After a few minutes, she glances back at me.
How about you sit in this chair and I'll watch you work?
I guess she doesn't like me looking over her shoulder. Can't blame her. I hate that too. I'll just give you some space then. Turn back to the terminal.
Thanks. I'll let you know once I'm done.
After saying goodbye, I leave her to do her thing. Are you serious? Okay, guys. We'll continue this next time, guys, on the next episode of Ace Academy, guys. Bye-bye.